Shaggy Scott Williams. Ladies and gentlemen from the Netherlands, this is his 6th World Championship, the winner of 5 PDC titles and the former UK Open champion, the Freeze, Paddy.
Match number 2 then, here on night 7, where we have the world number 7, the former UK Open champion, Danny Noppert, who's had a steady year, hasn't he? Just talking about it with John a minute ago, won a couple of ranking titles this season. His best run at a major was at, well, one of the recent majors, European Championship, that was a few months ago. He is, of course, a former Lakeside runner-up, but has made 5 appearances here at the PDC Worlds in the last 4 years. He's gone out in the 3rd round, beat David Cameron last year before losing to Alan Suter. His first task this year is that man there, Scott Williams, who, well, we've seen a glimpse of him already, haven't we? That was a few days ago, where he beat Haruki Muramatsu 3-1 in his opener, averaged around 91. The highlight, probably how he sealed the win with a 1-2-7 out. It was nice. And we said in the build-up to that first round match that he hasn't kind of been in that same form that he was this time last year. So can he end 2023 on a high? Well, these two have met 4 times previously, and the head-to-head record is 3 wins for Danny Noppert. Those 3 wins coming on the floor, 1 win for Scott Williams, that coming on the Euro Tour. So who can get a win then on the biggest stage of them all? To guide you through our second match of the evening, I'll hand you over to Laura Turner and John Park.
Yes, thanks, Emma. Well, it really is an interesting match potentially, because as you just mentioned, in that Euro Tour event, it was a 6-5 win, and it was kind of scrappy, perhaps we describe it. But there might be nerves between the two. Carrying over from that, certainly it's not an easy game either way here. But we would expect Danny Noppert to perhaps be the one to rule the roost if anyone dominates thoroughly.
Yeah, I think we've said it a few times. He's one of those players that seems to just kind of go under the radar slightly. You know, you've got to remember he's a former UK Open champion back in 2022, and he's had a relatively good year here as well, but never made it past the 3rd round, but also never failed not to get a win in all other 5 appearances. So I think Scott Williams will have his work cut out.
Well, what you're saying is he's not going to be so worried about this match, but if he wins, it's the next one he's going to be, just shaking going into.
Yeah, that's the narrative, John. Yeah.
I think he's thinking beyond his previous best, for sure. I don't think he's thinking he should be any less than, say, the quarterfinals at this World Championship. He's world number 7, so you automatically, okay, I should be in the top 8. That's how it works.
Yeah, but the one thing I never really know what to expect sometimes from Scott Williams.
Yeah, he's toned it down a bit. Obviously, last year's World Championship, he came in flying high off of a great Grand Slam performance, and but he was shot down by his buddy Rob Cross second round in a really good match.
Yeah, to get a very strong win over Ryan Joyce in his opening match last year. Averaged just over a ton. It's Noppert who needs the ball.
What a start to the match. The big fish and the sort of spectacular show that maybe his opponent Scott Williams would try to get, and he certainly appreciates it. You know he's a showman, Scott, but it was Danny putting on the show to get us underway here.
Yeah, and backing it up here. And there you see, first 180 of the match goes the way of Danny Noppert. What a way to open up your campaign here.
Well, that didn't really take us where we wanted. Maybe that 170 out and then a 9-dart leg, right?
57. It would be nice. Nice for Danny Noppert. Noppert also had some recent success at the Euro Championship finals, beat the likes of Gilding, Cross, Price. Lost out Peter Wright in the end, but made the semi-final and showing a good bit of form towards the tail end of the season. And picked up those couple of wins on the Players' Championship as well, as Emma mentioned.
Well, Scott's finding it hard to keep up here. Well, he was. Well done. Right back up. And that'll pump some life into Scott. I think he feeds off his own success, and it's exponential, the Williams experience.
Yeah, he's very exuberant, isn't he? Confident on the oche. By his own counts, since he's got his tour card, just hasn't been able to kind of push on from the successes of last year.
Game shot on the second leg, Scott Williams.
Yeah, that's a great finish.
Third leg, Scott to throw first.
Very early on in the game, but we've already been treated to a 170 from Noppert and 106 there from Scott Williams.
Yeah, both for breaks of throw.
91.
So now it's back to Williams actually with advantage in the set.
$100.
Yeah, I guess one of the challenges I think Scott would have felt during the course of especially at the beginning of the year, is one thing about being somewhat flamboyant and successful while you're at flamboyant is you get targeted by the other players. They see you coming, and they've got their A game ready for you, and that can wear you down.
Yeah, and I think also if you kind of consider the factor that the year before he was playing on the Challenge Tour, got the opportunities to step up onto the Pro Tour, so had a lot more games. 60. And sometimes, you know, when you're playing with so much more regularity, you know, it can improve your game, and I think that's been one of the struggles.
Well, and it's also in a pond with much bigger fish that bite harder.
Yes, they deny you the opportunity to play more games.
$100.
Well, Danny needs something special here to leave a finish and threaten the throw. Better go to 19s. Well, okay. Stay at the 20s and make sure you hit the treble. That's plan B.
It's not the safest of routes, but did work out there. And Noppert back for 119. And it would be for a third consecutive breaker throw.
A few options on this. That's standard, so treble 20 for tops. Which is, if he misses, what Scott might be coming back for.
99. Scott to require 100.
Oh, I was a little surprised he didn't go for the treble second there. Just very rapidly firing up. He's trying to get a flow going. Adjust to that a little. Yes. Wasn't the greatest marker, but it was just close enough that you could feel that last second one in.
Danny to throw first.
An advantage once again back to Noppert, but as mentioned previously, the first three legs here all gone against the throw.
40.
Well, that leg in particular would be disappointing for Scott because he had 21 darts in it, and he allowed the break of throw, and in the end, he didn't even get a shot for the double. So a very subpar leg, and it's put him in real peril here as Noppert is throwing now for the set. Although he didn't get a great first visit, he's made up for it here.
140.
It really is a different challenge, isn't it, for Scott Williams? Got that win over Muramatsu in round 1, did around 90, and 127 finish at the tail end of the match. But Danny Noppert, very different prospect.
Yeah, going back to that ton finish attempt by Scott. Very rapid fire, but he's just trying to get that natural combination flow going. You can't, you're either doing one or the other. You're either aiming or you're letting the flow take over. So it didn't look great, but I sympathize with it, and I don't think it was wrong.
Right idea, perhaps just not the best execution.
Well, yeah, he's trying to let his arm settle in and take over. That's the easiest way to play this game. Let your arm do the work. Muscle memory. Bang, 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 you get everything. Thank you. I didn't sweat at all.
134. Scott to require 127.
Well, we mentioned the 127 against Muramatsu. Can he repeat the feat here? Needs the ball. And that's exceptional finish there from Scott Williams.
Oh, and the breaks continue. Look at that ball right in the middle.
Throw first.
You know, you had to be thinking of the shot against Muramatsu when he's going for that. Of course.
43.
Yeah, in that match with Muramatsu, Scott Williams was exceptional on the outer ring. 64% on his doubles. 2 for 2 here.
I said he had 21 darts and didn't get a dart for double. That leg he remedied it. 12 dart leg against throw to break back and now have advantage. Now he only had the 43 twice in a row now, and all that good work in leg 4 seemingly out the window here.
Yeah, he's creating a real set winning opportunity for Danny Noppert. 43 there as well for Danny Noppert.
So early tension, if you will. I won't say nerves,
51.
But you're not flowing with the darts into the targets. It's more static than that right now. To be fair, Danny's throw is a bit static in any case. That's
140.
very much a deliberate throw.
.42.
Yeah, it's all going wrong now for Scott Williams.
.92.
Probably the most frustrating of flaws in a dart game is inconsistency, because one leg you hit a 12 dart leg and the next leg you can't get to a double in 21. or vice versa.
126.
Absolutely, but this would be for the set. Now just needs to look to set it up.
24.
Well, you know, of all the really poor scores, that might just give Williams some hope here. And there he is. He's straight in there attacking. Realizes with another treble, he might just get a chance.
140.
Well, there it is. Although he wasn't too impressed with the score when he looked over.
Yeah, not disastrous. But that may well prove to be as Scott Williams comes back for the 139.
Scott to record 139.
Well, it was 127 last leg. Narrowly missing that, so Noppert will be coming back for double eight and set
Danny
one.
requires 16.
It's been a funny little set, but this double eight will satisfy the Dutchman. One left at it. Oh, and how did that twist inside like that? I think it just caught a bit of the other flight on the other dart. Scott doesn't mind. It's double 10 for a steal of set. Oh, and no rush and flow on this, is there? No, but there is a successful double hit and a big yell. Scott Williams takes set one against all odds. So Williams really surprised and happy. Danny Noppert shaking his head and doesn't understand what just happened there.
First set, it is Scott Williams who has the early advantage. Danny Noppert there, a 170 out. That was the real highlight of the first set. But for Scott Williams, just 3 attempts at the double, and he has nailed all 3 of them. He is a set to the good. Yeah, that's how he feels as well. Right, let's head back out to the stage, head back to the action, and rejoin Laura and John.
Yeah, thank you, Emma. It's was a surprising kind of first set, the way it started and the way it finished. 170 bang in the first leg from Noppert, and then he couldn't clean things up, and Williams managed to hold throw with a 23 dart leg to claim set one, and that's a bit of a gift, really.
Yeah, it really is a gift. Missed set darts, missed opportunity there for Danny Noppert. But you have to say, exceptional finishing from Scott Williams throughout that whole set. Treated us to a 106, a 127, and that 80 to pinch the set under Danny Noppert's nose.
Well, there we see 3 of 3. Never missed a double. 100%. 2 of 6 for Danny only, but I mean, Williams, he's got to be concerned here about his scoring. He's got to get that together, and he'll be rewarded maybe with a chance at a win here if he can get the scoring going, because he already has a set.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely the scoring element that's letting Williams down at the moment.
There's some scoring.
100.
See, and that maybe you get the first in, you can't quite get the other 2 in, even though your darts are there. That's just when you're not clicking all the way.
'87.
And that's good set-up play there for Danny Noppert.
Yep, to be on double after 12 darts with the throw.
94.
That's a pretty solid strategy most times.
Yeah, Noppert yet to be able to hold his throw, so chance here.
Yeah,
chance taken.
Second leg, Scott to throw first. '60.
Well, I said that their Euro Tour clash was a bit of a choppy affair. not very clinical, not horrible, but not great. And
100.
this has been sort of off and on in this match. They just make each other uncomfortable, perhaps.
Yeah, perhaps they do.
I mean, they've each had a 12-dart leg in this, which is
57.
excellent.
Yeah, but it's the consistency, isn't it? And at the moment, Danny Noppert the more consistent of the two players, despite being at one set down, just all fell apart just at the tail end of set one. But as you say, if Scott Williams can find the scoring prowess that we know he's got, it could be quite troubling for Danny Noppert.
109.
Well, and you need that 180 right there. Scotty, you need to be aggressive with that set lead. You wanted it to be a 2-0 lead. You don't. It's all good and well and good to say, well, I got a set. I don't really need to win this set. I'm okay. But then you will lose a set. You need to keep the aggression, or find the aggression. Really, as we were talking about, he almost kind of got gifted the first set. So say thank you very much, and I'll take this one too. But Danny wants to take this 161 to go with his 170. Treble 17 and a ball. It's a finishing clinic from the Dutchman.
136.
Fine margins. Can Scott Williams find the 104? Needs the treble, finds it. And this is exceptional finishing from Scott Williams. A 104 to add to the 106 on 127 that he's already found.
Well, and the 104, but what was better about that, it was a 15-dart hole to throw. And we did see Noppert almost break him with the 12-dart leg, but that's how you want it to be. You want your opponent to have to hit a 12-dart leg or better to break your throw. And so it was a perfect leg for Williams in my mind.
Now he does really need to back it up.
Just keep the pressure on Danny, but already Danny's getting away from him here.
97.
Good cover. Well, he went for alternate
94.
cover. Didn't quite get it. This is just beautiful.
140.
You wonder how he missed that. Really, I do. I mean, those two on either side, it looked like they would catch anything and bring it in.
It was rather inviting, wasn't it?
Danny require 124.
Noppert down to 124 after just 9.
$56. $57.
Two very different players, aren't they, in terms of kind of how they are. Very focused from Danny Noppert, and you really do know what Scott Williams is thinking at nearly every moment in the match.
Well, that double 10 wasn't too good, and it's even as far away as it is, it's still in the way somehow. He has to move to the left, come across and finds it. What a great dart. Really superb. And well, Danny walked off the stage after the first set and was kind of shaking his head and knew he had to be better. So far in set 3, he's up 2-1, but he's averaging 108, Laura. That's what he's corrected the problem for now.
He's obviously listening to you, John.
Well, he hasn't won the set yet, though. That's where he's got to get it completely right.
Yeah, that's where it went wrong in the opening set for Danny Noppert. Couldn't quite cross the line to take the opener. And the third 180 for Scott Williams.
Well, we're liking that because it's looking all the more like we get a deciding leg again. And it's going to have to be a better deciding leg than the one in set 1, you'd think. The 23-dart miracle. So far in this set, the longest leg is 15 darts. It's been a 14, 15, 15. So they both sharpened up considerably.
Yeah, very much so.
44.
More frustration there for Scott Williams.
Well, yeah, he didn't leave a finish, and now, well, can't leave a finish. The 180 would have got him to 1. But with the increased caliber of play we have, it'll be all the better, really, if this gets leveled up and we get 3 more sets of these two going head-to-head.
130.
In the context of set 2, Scott Williams very much in control, looking to level up the set.
$100. Scott, you require 40.
So for 2 apiece.
Game shot on a full flag. Scott Williams.
Actually the first dart that Scott Williams has actually missed at the double, but got it with the second one.
Well, yeah, and inconsequential. He was on a visit where he got the job done. So 5 of 6.
100.
In terms of specifics of accuracy, but 100% in terms of opportunity.
180.
Wow, it's 4th now, and he better watch out. Better have some sort of answer here, or he could find himself 2 sets down. He does have an answer.
140.
And in the set that we felt Danny Noppert was pretty much in control of, Scott Williams seems to have found his scoring prowess, and that's a solid last dart there for Scott Williams.
Oh, a true battle.
140.
Potential 12-dart leg to win the set. Will Scott have something similar? No,
60.
not quite.
Danny, you require
He's not able to put that much pressure on, so Noppert 1-2-1 for the set.
He needs the treble 17, and he doesn't rush himself. I don't think he's trying to figure it out. He knows what he has. He wants to make sure it's a good dart. It was decent, but not good enough.
53. Scott, you
So
require
can Scott Williams
161.
add the 161 to the 3-ton plus checkouts we've seen already?
Oh, can he or not? Oh, just scraped the bull wire.
36. Danny, you require
Wow,
68.
what an effort. But 68, Noppert's done this before. Double 10 for 1-1. He needs that adjustment. Oh, got too much of that
58.
barrel. Got too far in on the
Scott, you
10.
require 25.
So it's Williams now for a 2-0 lead. Double 8. He's going to use that, come right into it from the right. He doesn't touch it, but he finds it. Scott Williams, a big yell, and the frustration for Danny Noppert's mounting. He averaged 103 in the set, but Williams 97, and he was good enough and brilliantly breaks in the last leg. Scott Williams very happy with his performance in set 2. He may have been gifted set 1, but he took set 2 with that shot. Every leg in the second set was 15 darts or better, so it's high standard of play here, Laura, between the two, and well, Noppert just has to keep at it.
Yep, I totally agree with you. I think Noppert will be rather disappointed. He's created these opportunities. Both sets have gone to this last leg decider. Missed darts in the first set, missed 2 again in the second set. But I totally agree. I think Scott Williams especially has just upped his performance in terms of scoring, because the finishing has not been a problem at all. He's 6 from 9, 67% in this match, but 65% for the whole tournament. You have to say the finishing from Scott Williams has really got him out of trouble
40.
and got him a 2-set lead.
Well, and you know, sometimes you work on in your practice a lot more on your outs than your scoring, and maybe that's indicative of the scoring issues here, but he's getting the benefit on the finishing side. I'm only speculating, but I'm guessing a lot of his practice has been when he's by himself, if he's not head-to-head with somebody. that he's working on those doubles and those out shots, because he has been so good at them.
Yeah, he really, really has. Yeah, every player has their different practice regimes, their routines that they like to do.
165.
And that doesn't count as a maximum, but it looks like one to me.
It's as good as, isn't it? Again, just using the entirety of the board, Scott Williams, to set himself up on a 140.
Got to require 140.
Another. He wanted to leave the double 16. Well, he might be a little dramatic about this. He's still in control of the leg. He started here. What a great position he's found himself in.
83.
I don't know if he's felt like he's had bad luck at any point during this year, but if he has, he's getting it back here so far.
Yeah, all about timing, isn't it, John? And hey, if you're going to have any kind of luck, and arguably most players need a little bit to progress through these high-end tournaments, and hopefully it's all come at the right time for Scott Williams as he looks for tops.
17.
Almost contemplating every dart too much now as he nears the finish line potentially.
Good switch there.
Got to require 40.
And Danny Noppert, but Scott Williams back for tops.
And
to extend his lead in this third set. Takes the opening leg.
I just get the feeling, Laura, that Scott's a bundle of nerves right now. He's just wound up real tight and he's just trying to keep it together. I don't think he would like this to get past this set.
49.
It's kind of nervous energy, isn't it? Because he is a confident character. He's very exuberant. Sometimes people, I think, would say kind of defiant. Normally we would have seen a no-look 180, so perhaps that kind of suggests what you're saying.
Listen, I think that he realizes this is a big deal, playing number 7 in the world, and it would be a big win. And he's not taking it lightly.
39.
No, he shouldn't do. And he really does have the advantage here. Scott Williams back in the treble 20.
Oh, come on now. Yes, he's got it alive. This match started with a 170 out from Danny Noppert, but tail end maybe of the match, and we're looking at a 9.
It really would be something, considering the way that the match started off. Scott Williams now staring down a 141 for a 9-darter.
Well, 48, so 93, so double 18! Oh, he's just missed a 9 on the inside of the double 18!
23.
Incredible stuff! Where is this coming from? This isn't the same guy that played the first set.
Couldn't agree more, and the way those first two went in, I really did think that 36 was going to go, but great sportsmanship up there as well, and a wave and a cheer from the crowd.
Really great entertainment. You know, all this going on, and Danny Noppert, he's thinking, I'm not done yet. I'm looking at being 2-0, 2-0 down, but double 8 would make that be the case.
Yeah, and that is the case. Scott Williams now just 501 points between him and the third round.
And Danny Noppert's used to winning his first match at Palace.
Yeah, would have found himself in this position before.
60.
Missed a couple of darts at least in each of the first 2 sets for the set, and he's paying that price dearly now because he's deep in.
And directly after this match, you've got Man Lachlan, who did come back from 2 sets down against Gian Van Veen, and Noppert's going to have to do the same if he's going to keep this campaign alive.
60.
Yeah, and this is a great response from Danny Noppert. Second 180 for him, but what a time to get it.
100.
Well, this is the beauty of the set format in terms of you're never really out of anything. If you can just put together 2-3 legs, and it has to be 3 legs in this case for Danny.
100.
But you can get out of deep trouble and maybe have more room to swim.
Yeah, I think the problem is, from what we've seen so far, if it goes 2-all, if history repeats itself, it goes the way of Scott Williams. But Danny Noppert has to get to that point first, and he needs 81 right now.
Only the single, so 62. He should be treble 10, you would think, with Scott not on a finish, and it is. So double 16.
49.
And that was for a 12-dart leg. Not too bad, and he knows he's coming back as well, and this against the throw to get this comeback started. Just what the doctor ordered for Noppert.
Yeah, but there's pressure on this 32. Needs to use it, come inside, and he does. That is one of the legs that Noppert needs if he's going to stay in the match.
Fourth leg, Danny to throw.
Found one break. Now he needs to hold, but he will have to find another break of throw if he's going to seal this set.
Yeah, and the way Scott's been scoring, Danny's desperate for a good start to the leg, and he's not getting it.
41.
Yeah, Scott Williams 6 180s in this match.
Yeah, he's full stride now. Look at him attack. Wow, ruthless.
Did I say 6? I meant 7.
Absolutely ruthlessly attacking Noppert here. In fact, it's in his control now. It's in his hands. It's in Williams' hands to win this match.
Yeah, 100%. Kicked off the leg again, perhaps looking for another bite at the 9-dart finish.
Well, we won't get that treat again. Not this leg in any case.
86.
But 86, considering Noppert's scoring, is better than either of his visits, so it's still gaining ground.
Yeah, you could see, although we would say just 86 off the back of a 180, what it meant getting that last treble, because it keeps him firmly in control for the match.
Well, there was a decent enough visit from Noppert. Kind of give himself some hope.
90.
90, and it almost looked as if Scott was disappointed he didn't get 65 to leave the 170.
Just wants to finish in some kind of style.
No, but we started the match with the 170, and he's thinking I'll end it with one.
I like that. Bookended by a 170 checkout by Big Fish.
145.
But it is a 145, and it is for the match. But it won't be on this visit.
65.
And that's a really kind of decent visit. Maybe not excellent, but a pretty straightforward attempt forthcoming. And Danny has to heap the pressure on.
Yeah, needs another one of those.
140. It's going to require
Scott's
80.
finishing has been exemplary. 80 required for the match. Double 10, just taking his time. And you can hear that roar from Scott Williams as he beats the number 7 seed, Danny Noppert. 3-0. It was a masterclass of finishing, and it was disappointment for Danny Noppert. Far too many opportunities came and gone to win the sets, but it's that man there, Scott Williams, who will progress into the 3rd round.
Yeah, they both had 94 averages, but two totally different games. Danny came flying out of the box at 170 finish, and it was the latter stages where Williams ignited and missed a 9-dart leg narrowly on a double 18 just inside. But more importantly, wow, knocking the number 7 seed out.
Yeah, excellent win there for Scott Williams, just showing his appreciation to the crowd, and perhaps a result that we wouldn't have called at the beginning, but he dug in deep. He started slow, but ends there, as you can see, with a 94 average, 7 180s, 50% on his doubles with that 127.